Welcome to One Word a Day. I'm Sophie, your pilot into the universe of Chinese, and welcome to a new week. And this week, we're going to unpack some look-alike and sometimes sound alikes. Okay, let's jump in. The first character, 才. Earlier this year, we actually talked about one character on the left side, the radical. That itself pronounced as 才. And the 才 is made of the three-finger hand symbol reaching from the top or far away, because Chinese 2D frame, the y-axis can be both y and z, the depths. In this case, it's more reasonable to see, okay, that the hand is reaching on top of the tree. So this is the tree symbol that Chinese express with two kind of bow shapes. The top of the bow is the canopy of the tree. The bottom is the root of the tree. Interesting that Chinese draw out trees in a holistic way, not just the visible to human eyes, but what's underground, what's, I guess, a bigger part of the tree. All right, so when we have hands reaching on top of its canopies, it's visually already show us what is happening there. The human starts from hunter-gatherer society ages, have done a lot of that, which is reaching up to the top of the tree to gather fruits. And that's the initial, I guess, survival, one of the way of livings back then, the survival importance over there. And that 才 means pick. I brought up hunter-gatherer and the survival necessity is because ancient times, unlike now, that we don't really care about that much to differentiate what we are gathering. In the ancient times, that could be fatal, right? You want to be able to memorize and differentiate all the fruits on the trees and know which ones are edible, which are not. So that 才, the motion of picking fruits from the tree, not just about gather, but selectively gather. And that's important for this whole week, this selection, not just picking, but selectively picking. So now we have this selective picking on the left side, the right side simply 3 strokes. Okay, 3 strokes. The Chinese use this visual element. If it's repeated 3 times, that almost means not exactly infinity, but it's a lot more than just linear 3 times. It's more like exponential. It would be, okay, when we express the net, fish net, we use 2 x's, and then our brain can automatically generate the rest of the net. 2 recurring pattern is enough to show us the whole pattern. Human brains do that, right? So when we have a 3 strokes, it's almost like not just like more than 2, right? The third could be all over the place. Means 3-dimensional, not just like a fishnet, which most of the time is 2-dimensional. When you have a catch in the middle, it becomes 3-dimensional. Okay, so this 3 strokes actually means human-created visual decorative patterns. Because 2 could happen in nature, that naturally something in nature could have 2 cracks. That's kind of parallel in that. Could randomly happen. But 3, the chances would be extremely low. It's almost like near 0 low. So when we use 3 like similar angle diagonal lines here, simply means that's human created pattern. And human created pattern oftentimes used as, our visual representation or decoration of the things we create. Kind of like AI nowadays, we train to generate some artwork. I mean, AI generated slop thing, but ancient times, like human would generate, okay, we call human create, okay. With that, it's like intentionally put in some patterns. And when we put this pattern making with selective picking together, it actually overlap and direct to the domain of color picking. We pick particular colors to make patterns and make sure all that colors go harmoniously together. I was fortunate enough to take color theory classes, one of the best times of my life. Like I was able to learn how colors, color theory, right? So it's a color wheel and how different colors can pair together and look nice together. All that was like, I guess, figured out. But this is an ancient Chinese way to say, okay, not just all the colors. You have to selective. Therefore, there's a three-finger picking from the tree, like which color to pick. Not a fruit, but we use that picking, this curation sense in this pattern making. We curate and to make the pattern we want to express. And it points to the color domain. So if it's pattern making, it can be 2D, right? You just create a shape. But coloring is the third domain. It's not only you create spatial sense, but put color, the chromes, on top of the shapes. Okay, so that's 彩. We have 水彩, water colors. Direct translation. No brain twisters here. Just Chinese honestly translate water color with 水彩. And this is a differentiation between, I guess there's a differentiation as shallow as I understand the watercolor versus the water ink, 水墨. 水墨, 墨 is the ink that came with different shades of gray, right? And 水墨 basically is a grayscale painting. It removed the chrome part of it. Therefore, it became more abstract. Like you see things without a color, one layer less. Therefore, you see shapes and the spatial layout in a more pure sense. So 水墨 was this water ink, was this Chinese art form, mostly paint mountains. Sometimes little animals, cute little pet like a shrimp. And 水彩, watercolor, was more a Western tradition that kind of a play with water as a part of nature, right? How the water would dissipate the colors, spread on the canvas. That there was this randomness in it. It's not like oil painting that you know exactly where you put your color on and you can lay over colors on colors. 水彩, watercolor probably requires more of a skill that you kind of know how to work with water. Okay, 挂彩. 挂 means honey, attaching. Attaching colors. What does it mean? It doesn't mean you color your color book. It doesn't mean you paint over something. Actually, this color is a particular kind of color. It's the blood. So it's a euphemism, almost like make a heavy situation lighter by, instead of saying you attach blood on your body, we are saying 挂彩, you attach this rainbow of colors, which did not specify what kind of color. Instead of saying that you get bloody or bruises, here we're saying that you attach colors to you. And this attach colors, this euphemism, kind of enlighten the situation that it could be pretty serious. Oftentimes, the 挂彩 was used in war times, and we, instead of say somebody got injured, we say somebody 挂彩, somebody get bloody. All right, 彩票, colorful, 票 means tickets, and Chinese translate colorful tickets for lottery. Okay, I guess lottery was introduced, I don't exactly know the history of lottery imported into China, but we heard of like Macau, right? Capital of kind of like Las Vegas East Asia version, that because we do have a ton of gamblers in East Asia. And this lottery was probably one form of gambling. You don't exactly know what you're going to get. You leave your money to chances of getting rich all of a sudden, right? So we use a cai, this colorful, different colors of this tiny strip of ticket as a lottery symbol. Okay, so this is how this lottery tickets would look like and why Chinese translate as 彩票. But now we know 彩 colors came from this picky picking and the pattern making. Thank you for your time. See you another day.